Hello, Mike Bradley here. Hope you are doing well as always. And I really do. I hope you are doing well as always. And I wanted to come and have a little chat because something's been on my mind for a while and I'm incredibly guilty of it. And it's been slowly bugging me more and more lately. And I thought, if it's bugging me, chances are it's going to be bugging you as well. Now, when I think back to being a younger guitar player and learning the guitar and, joining my first band and having fun playing with other musicians and writing songs and enjoying just the sound, when you got bass going, drums going, have a guitar, and you might just be doing the simplest thing on the guitar, but it sounds so cool in the context of a band and actual music. And if you've been playing guitar for a certain amount of time, sometimes that can almost not disappear, but it gets lost in the ether of being a musician, being a guitar player. And I found myself really over the last kind of couple of years just noodling on the guitar and wanting to get better at the guitar, absolutely. But a lot of times, I'm just sitting there and, I'm working on lead stuff, or I might come across some new chord ideas, but, kind of getting hung up on wanting to, I guess, with the social media world we're in and stuff, and you see these great guitar players, it's like, oh, I want to do that. And then I'll post something and, trying to do something, not trying to do something, but just playing lead guitar all the time. And it's like, hang on a minute, what about songs and playing a chord and playing a couple of chords and just being really cool and punk rocky kind of stuff with it? And I posted something, what really took this home was literally yesterday really. At the moment it's Sunday. I don't know when I'm going to put this live on YouTube, but it's Sunday at 7:05 in the evening. And I posted something the other day, and a friend of mine, Jay, hello Jay if you're watching, Jay's a lovely guy, great singer as well, he's in a band. And, what did he put? He said, he put a swear word, I won't pull it, but he put stop, beep, around and play a decent riff. Now, I know Jay, he was saying that in a sweet way, he wasn't, you know what I mean, like he's a mate. But I was like, mate, absolutely, and again, because I'm putting it on Instagram and, putting it out there kind of thing. And if I just play, well, she's saying that if I just played a G chord, would that get people looking? And my most viewed video is me just playing a G chord, so I can't say that. But, it's getting out of my head of like, oh yeah, you've got to be impressive on the guitar, and it's not about that, it's about just playing songs. I remember being so excited when I was a kid and, I could play Maggie May and I could play Done It Back in Anger and I could play the riff to Don't Believe a Word. These are just all coming off the top of my head right now, Then you got Smoke on the Water and Whole Lot of Love. You're getting the riffs of them. Yes, I would hear a lead thing and think, oh, I want to do that. But, to me, I remember being 12, 13 years old and the best thing, if I heard someone play this on the guitar, I would think you're the greatest guitar player in the world. And that would be if I see someone play Smells Like Teen Spirit. Like, if someone played, actually I won't play it now in case of copyright, but if someone played Smells Like Teen Spirit riff, I was like, oh my God, you are amazing. You are my new God. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like, trying to do that. And I feel I've gone down that road of thinking I've got to be and, instead of doing what I've always loved to do, which is write songs. And if you've been a regular viewer of mine for a while, you might have noticed I haven't been on YouTube as much. I consciously took a break from it for a little while because I felt like I was just constantly chasing something all the time, and the whole reason how I started doing YouTube in the first place, I was having fun with it, and it got to the point I wasn't having fun with it anymore. But I still wanted to do it, but I still wanted to get the love back for it. I think talking about this stuff I like to do. You know, I like talking about passions and loves and what I think we all might be going through at some point, you know, as musicians, as creatives, depending where you're at. You know, you might just be someone who's very content being at home on the edge of their bed playing guitar, and I applaud that. And that is where I started, and that love for playing the guitar started, and to be honest, it's still there. And keep doing that. I think that is the greatest thing in the world, to be able to sit on the end of your bed or in a chair and just play guitar. That's what it's all about. But I think by the thing of trying to impress people, that's where it can get in, you know, it can hinder and put a blemish on the love of playing music and playing the guitar. And it is playing music there, isn't it, you know? So get a couple of chords, you know, an A, a G and a D, and go nuts on it. You know what I mean? You know, instead of thinking, right, I've got to try and play this really fast lick or something like that. And again, I don't want to contradict myself. Getting good technique down and all that kind of stuff is great and important as well. But, you know, if you think, I've got the camera set up like this now. One of the greatest riffs, all right, Paperback Writer, I think such a great riff, and that whole song is pretty much just the G chord. It's just G. Now to the C chord. It's 2 chords, and that I'm not gonna, if you sing along for me, right? 1, 2, 3, da da. You know, 2 chords, and that is an amazing song, and that song is over 50 years old, isn't it? You know, God, what am I saying? Nearly 60 years old, probably. Yeah, it would be. So, noodling, you know, it's great to do and bad to do that on the guitar, but I just think it's getting back to having fun with the guitar and writing songs, and, you know, even if no one else hears it, just coming up with little melody things, you know. I think it's so important. So I'm so glad that Jay, that you commented that, because I've been thinking about that and been stuck in this rut a little bit for a long time, you know. And, you know, I've had a lot of changes in my life. I'm now a father, for those who don't know. I became a dad. I'll do another video talking about stuff. I've got my studio I'm in now as well, which I need to talk about, which is nearly finished. Nearly finished. I need to get some acoustic panels, because it's still very echoey, so apologies if the sound is still a little bit reverby here. But it's getting back to the love of things, and songwriting and making music is a big thing for me here. So I'm doing this video, and I think I'm calling it, you know, Guitarists Stop Doing This, but it's Michael Stop Doing This, really. And if this can, you know, reach anyone else who might be in the same position in their own abilities as a musician, as a guitar player, and this can go across the board, if you're drummer, you know, keyboard player, saxophonist, violinist, you know, instead of thinking, oh, I want to show off this thing I can do, and instead of just like bang, you know, bang out a couple of chords and have fun with music and playing the guitar. I really hope I'm making sense here. This is, I haven't scripted anything here. This is all just going off the crazy workings of my mind right now. Another thing as well, I'm halfway watching, because it's very long, I was watching the Johnny Marr interview Dan and Mick did on that pedal show. I was watching that just now as well, and in a way that was like, I've got to talk about this, because, you know, Johnny Marr isn't a whittler. He's playing a few chords, well, I'll say a few chords, you know, some of them are quite you know, ding, 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 all those kind of stuff going on there. But at the essence of it, he's not noodling. He's constantly, it's musical what he's playing, and that's the thing, musical. Instead of it noodling, it's melodic, it's harmonic, it's musical, it's music. Instead of thinking, right, metronome, you know, instead of that all the time. So, how are you? How are you feeling in your musical journey, in your guitar playing journey, in your chosen instrument journey? You know, are you feeling the same as me? Have you been in a bit of a rut yourself? Please, no, let's start a little public forum. Let me know in the comment section, you know. But for those who are interested, you know, in who have been following me or into what I do, you know, I will be back on YouTube, and I'm getting the bug to playing, especially being in here now, you know. But definitely, you know, getting back to why I played the guitar in the first place, which is, you know, making music. And I do that in my day-to-day life as a job, you know, as a job in professional musician, you know. I do sessions, but no, that's doing other people's stuff sometimes as well, and you know, session gigs and corporate gigs and function gigs, all that kind of stuff we got to do, you know. So I do that, but it's, you know, getting back to doing it for me, if that makes sense, you know. And if other people like that, fantastic. But yeah, noodling, stop it. And let's all, you know, get back to writing and playing music. And the irony, I think, the reason why this has happened kind of is social media and YouTube. You know, if you go on YouTube and you've got, you know, guys like myself, I don't do many gear reviews, but I do gear reviews. I had one up recently and I've got one coming up soon, later on this week probably. And, but it's noodling really, you know, playing a few little licks and it sounds like this, blah, blah, you know, as opposed to here's some music. That's why I try like do backing tracks when I do it, but it's still noodling, you know. And we've gone down the road of, oh, this pedal is going to make me sound amazing. I need to get this pedal, and then I'll get the pedal, and then I want to get another pedal, and then I'll play it. It's like, oh yeah, I can hear the sound, you know, instead of like, let's just play. So anyway, I'm rambling too much. I really hope some of this, some of the words, what have come out my mouth, has made sense. And yeah, it'd be good to know if you're thinking the same what I'm thinking, you know. So yes, there'd be more. I want to stop talking because I'm just going down a rabbit hole of words right now. But certainly in my life, yeah, there's going to be a lot more music as opposed to a lot more noodling. It's something's really clicked in my head, like no. And I'm even getting into now, like I'm doing to-do lists, you know, because now being a parent, it's like, how did I have, like I procrastinated far too much in my life because I don't have time for things anymore. I haven't got time to shave at the moment, you know, and yeah, I like a to-do list lately because you tick it off. It's like, I've done it, right, let's do the next thing, you know. So yeah. Let's see what happens, you know. But anyway, please let me know how you're feeling and if this is kind of ringing true in your head as well. Anyway, I've been Mike Bradley, you've been you. Thank you very much for love and support as always. And I'll see you very soon. Mike Bradley signing out. Bye.